Greetings everyone, this is Danny from harrtravel.com, your Seabourn Cruise experts, and today I have the great pleasure of sailing on board the beautiful, brand new Seabourn Pursuit. This incredible purpose-built expedition yacht really truly delivers the Seabourn promise of incredible service, delicious food in all 7 continents. You're gonna find that this ship truly cruises around the world with the Zodiacs, the submarines, all the different toys here on board. You can head on out and start enjoying the moment that you arrive. But it's much, much more than that. It's a world-class cruise experience, and Seabourn is all about those Seabourn moments. They're delivered by some of the best crew in the entire industry who are dedicated to delivering an amazing cruise experience to you and your fellow guests. Now today we're going to tour every single public space here on board. Keep in mind we do have all of the suites on our channel as well for you to check out. And most importantly, when you're ready to make this your home away from home and book your next incredible Seabourn experience, make sure you reach out to the experts at Harr Travel. We know the spaces inside and out. We have an amazing relationship with Seabourn, and we know we can help craft your perfect cruise vacation of a lifetime for you, your friends, family, or group at an incredible value, and get the Harr Travel signature service every step of the way. Now it's time for a little bit of time in that infinity pool as we sail away. One of the things you're going to see throughout this beautiful vessel is lots of intimate spaces where you can sit, relax, listen to great music, have delicious food, and of course enjoy the ambiance. Now the club is one of those spaces. It's absolutely beautiful decor. Right at the heart is the faux fireplace, so as soon as you walk in, your eyes are drawn right there. Now in the evening, this is a music venue. You see they have the piano set up in the corner. Of course, they'll have lounge style acts in here. A lot of times it's a little more relaxed up here. Now, of course, for every great lounge, you need an incredible bar. They have some of the best bartenders in the entire business. All of that is going to be included. There are some upgrade options if you're interested, but you really can have top shelf liquor. Of course, you can also have delicious wines and champagnes, in addition to all of the incredible food included in your fare. Now, there's something very special about this club that makes it one of my favorite clubs at sea. That is the sushi bar. So they now have sushi at the club. This is basically an alternative dining venue. It is included and it is absolutely over the top delicious. What you're gonna find throughout the entire ship is that the food is inspired by Michelin star chefs. Of course, they've had a relationship with Chef Thomas Keller for quite some time. His famous French Laundry in California. You're gonna find a lot of those techniques and a lot of his inspiration throughout the entire menu in all of the restaurants. Now, if you step out of the club just aft, you're gonna find a great bar and seating area. So you've got wonderful lounge space here where you can sit and relax. You also have tables and chairs, you got some comfy loungers, and the bar right in the middle. But to me, one of the crowning achievements, and it kind of is like a crown, are the 2 hot tubs on either side that are cantilevered over the side there. So you've got glass around, but you can imagine sitting in those hot tubs, taking advantage of the incredible views. Now, one of the things they've done with this ship is they provided quite a few aft spaces for viewing. That's not that normal. A lot of times those are reserved for the top suites. Now, you do have 2 incredible suites here that are in the aft, but as you step down, you're gonna have lots of great open deck space so you can sit, relax, and enjoy the beautiful views with a drink made from the bar. Landing craft are a huge part of the expedition experience. You'll see here that Seabourn has the top of the line Zodiacs. You're gonna find quite a few of them here. There's 24 that they have. That way they can always be working people on and off the ships to do as many landings as possible. Now there's also gonna be some additional gear like the kayaks, those are down in another spot. But I just wanted to point out to you how much real estate this takes up because of how important it is. On an expedition ship, they're not going to utilize the top deck quite as much. I think they've done a brilliant job of spreading out and having plenty of aft space, plenty of forward space for guests as well, in addition to the pool and all the hot tubs. Now there's spaces all around the ship where they can set up the loungers when you're looking for a little bit of sun. You see you've got here, it actually goes a little bit aft where there's a ton of open space, and even up one deck, you're gonna have an amazing viewing area that looks out the forward and the sides of the ship, but you'll also have lounger space up there as well. One of the things that you're gonna find throughout the entire tour is this ship has an incredible amount of diversity. It visits some of the coldest climates in the world. It also visits some of the warmer climates in the world, and it really can accommodate a perfect experience in either. Perched on the very top forward part of the ship, you're gonna find the Constellation Lounge. Now, throughout the cruise industry, it's very common to have an observation lounge like this, though one of the things I really appreciate about this one is there's also a forward deck where you can step out on, and then right as you step out the back, you can head out to the side deck. So a lot of these spaces are perfect for entertainment in the evening. Of course, just behind me, you've got a piano. They'll set up lounge style music here in the evening, but it's also usable when you're exploring the most exotic parts of our world. You can step right out and take a picture, or you can camp out there, taking advantage of the same views as the captain. You're gonna find as you step down on the ship, there's more forward areas where you can step out. There's more aft areas as well, which to me makes a very well-designed expedition vessel. Now there's quite a bit of space to spread out. You've got these sofa style seating here with tables for 2 and 4. You've got tables for 2 lining the very front where you can take advantage of those beautiful views. And anchored right in the middle is a full wraparound bar. I really do like that concept. The bartenders here really enhance the experience. They're very knowledgeable, they're very friendly, and of course, they make some delicious drinks that are included in your fare. So you've got bar seating all the way around. You've got more lounge style seating tucked in the corner. I love that you have windows out the side and windows out the front to get that 270-degree wraparound effect. And then tucked just behind, you're also gonna find an area for food. So they'll have continental style breakfast here in the morning, maybe some light bites and appetizers in the evening, and even some light bites later into the late evening as well. Great place to sit, relax, and for my wife, this is her sewing room. Now I just stepped out onto the forward deck of the Constellation Lounge. There's a ton of space out here. You can imagine setting up different things for viewing. You'll have the expedition team utilizing this space. A lot of times they're down in the bow lounge as well too, but this is that great place to capture those amazing views and of course, get that same view as the captain. Now for me personally, nothing says vacation like a trip to the spa. It's all about relaxing, rejuvenating, and getting yourself back to that person that you want to be. I work a lot when I'm at home, so when I'm here, you better believe I'm coming in for a massage, a facial, maybe all of the above. I know my wife absolutely loves it as well, and you definitely want to pre-reserve if you can. You can do that ahead of time, or you can reserve as soon as you arrive here on board. This is going to be your first stop. This is where they're going to welcome you. You have a wide variety of retail options to choose from. They're all at duty-free prices, but I definitely recommend that you stop by the very first day because you can reserve your different spa treatments, but you can also get a tour of the facilities. Keep in mind, sea days are going to fill up a lot quicker than days that you're in port, and you can get some great discounts for those port days as well. Now let's tour the space. Now we're headed into the salon. Now the first stop is the area for the gents. Now you can get a shave here, you can get a haircut. They also do a variety of facials, and I love that they even have a TV built in there, so that old school barber shop experience. Continuing further in, you've got 2 different hair stations here as well. They're gonna have the sink, and of course they have the partnership with Keristis in Paris to provide some of the highest in ingredients so that they can make sure and take great care of you, whether you're doing a revolutionary new hairstyle or maybe just getting done up to head out and enjoy an incredible night here on the Pursuit. Now, in addition to that, they do have a pedicure station. I learned all the way back in the Air Force, you always got to take care of your feet. This is a great place to do that, and it's even big enough for my giant size 15 feet. You're gonna have a manicure station here as well, and both the guests who are getting manicures and pedicures can take advantage of those incredible ocean views. Now, once you start your spa journey, you're gonna head to the changing rooms. You'll change into a robe here. They'll provide those for you. You also have an area to get ready when you head back on out. And then as we step further in, you're gonna find that you have a shower here. It's got a really large rainfall shower head up above. There's also a restroom in here. It is accessible. But one of the great features here is both the gents and the ladies will have access to a sauna. Now it's a really nice large space. I love that you've got a massive window looking out the side. Now right now we're looking out at the dock, but in a few minutes as we sail away, we're gonna get the most incredible ocean views. You can imagine once again being here in Antarctica, in the Arctic, sitting, relaxing, taking advantage of those beautiful views, and be a little warmer than everybody else is outside. Now we're inside one of the treatment rooms. Now this particular one, they're gonna do facials in here. You can see all that high-end LMS equipment and all the different products, but they'll do all of your favorite massages. My personal favorite is the hot stone massage. I also love the bamboo massage after a nice long flight somewhere. But whatever it is you're looking for, if you're looking for that total relaxation and rejuvenation, make sure you set up some time here to spend in the spa. Oh, sorry, just a little bit of exfoliation here before we get started. This is one of the couples treatment rooms here on board. Now for me and my wife, we've got kiddos, so for us to get away and have an experience like this really goes an incredibly long way. To me, it's very romantic. Of course, it also connects you. You see that they have the 2 different treatment options. Now you can each get your own style of massage, facial, or treatments, but you can do it together. I love that concept here. Now this does book up pretty quick. And of course, you're gonna have to hear this sound, which is my both favorite and least favorite sound in the world. It means your massage is over. but it also means it might be time to rinse and repeat and do it all again. Now in the aft part of the spa, you're gonna find the full gym that they have here on board. Now you've got quite a bit of different styles of aerobic equipment. So you've got all the treadmills lining up to take advantage of those incredible aft views. You have a rowing machine and bike looking out the side views. And then you have another bike here, different style, and a couple different elliptical machines. Now they have a variety of free weights that you can take advantage of. Of course, they have all the different circuit style equipment as well, so you can get that full body workout. Now, in addition to this, they also have an aerobic studio. Let's head next door. But before we do, I gotta point out all the little touches. I love that they have the towels in here. I love that they have the infused water. You also can get cold water. You can get bubbly water as well. And what better way to do it than in a water glass here. Set it down, drink and enjoy. Now I just stepped into the aerobic studio here, so they'll have different styles of classes. You've got yoga mats over to one side. You're also gonna find those foam rollers. I love that. You can come up and use them anytime. After a nice long flight, I always utilize those. You're also gonna have the full kinesis machine over here to the side as well. Lots of great options to exercise, though I may be doing a few more of the 12-ounce curls. All the way aft on deck 7, just behind the spa, you're gonna find another great outdoor space. So you've got loungers that are underneath the overhang if you want a little bit of shade. You've got loungers out here in the sun as well. All take advantage of those incredible aft-facing views. Now, those of you who already know and love Seabourn are gonna be very familiar with this space. This is Seaborn Square. Think of it as your living room and maybe pantry or dining room here on board. So first off, you're gonna have guest services just behind me. They're gonna take care of all the details that you need. It's a really nice, intimate setting. You can have a seat, and of course, they'll answer all of your questions. Now, just behind, you're gonna find a full library wrapping all the way around, and this space is meant to be like your own personal living room. There's beautiful art wrapped all the way around, and then you're also gonna find right at the heart is the coffee shop. Now, to me, Seabourn ships have always felt very home-like. In fact, right below this is where you're gonna have the restaurant. It's gonna extend out to the patio where it feels very much like your own outdoor space. But I love that they have a wonderful coffee shop here on board. World-class baristas are gonna make all your favorites, whether it's a latte, an Americano, a cappuccino, they have you covered. And in addition to that, they also have some delicious snacks. I can never walk by without grabbing a few of each personally. You've got some delicious sweet treats. You're also gonna find some sandwiches down below. And then wrapped right around the corner, you're gonna have that complimentary gelato. It's absolutely delicious, and it's really truly my job to try every single flavor each and every single day, which is why I come back time and time again. Today, my favorite, of course, is the salted caramel gelato. You can't really go wrong there. One little touch that I wanted to point out is, of course, you can work with your butler to have coffee delivered at a certain time. You can work with your butler to have a meal delivered as well. But they've added in mobile ordering in the app itself, so you can order your favorite coffee. They'll set it right here in the mobile order pickup, and then you can head on out and enjoy it in your living room space, or you can head all the way out on the aft deck as well, where I'm gonna take you right now. It's that perfect place for a cup of coffee or tea in the morning, or maybe a cocktail in the evening as you watch the beautiful views. Now, I mentioned that it's very much like a home. This is that spot where you can take your coffee from right inside, head on out here and relax. So you've got nice intimate seating areas, areas for 2, 4. You also have larger seating areas for 6, different styles of seating. There's even a high bar over in the top side there. Perfect place to have a coffee and work a little bit, maybe catch up with home. And then all the way aft, you're gonna find lounge style seating that's out from underneath the overhang. This is just another one of those phenomenal aft spaces where you can capture the views. Of course, it's climate controlled here, so you've got heaters up above. You're also gonna have the covering on this part so you can sit, relax, and enjoy. Now, I mentioned earlier that I love the concept that Seabourn really makes spaces feel like home. This is another one of those great spaces. This is the Colonnade. If you're looking for a casual buffet-style dining option for breakfast, lunch, and dinner each day, of course, you can dine here. I oftentimes find myself here. Maybe I don't want to go sit down and have a longer meal, just have a very casual option. And of course, because it's Seabourn, you're going to have world-class food. So behind me, they'll have that all set up with several buffet style options. Of course, they'll do made to order options for you as well. And then you have quite a bit of seating in here. They've got larger high top seating in the corner. You've got tables for 2 and 4 up against the windows. You got tables all down the middle as well. So of course, you can sit with and make new friends. You can sit with just your spouse or a friend as well. Very, very casual, relaxed, and absolutely delicious. Now, another great thing about this space is it extends outside. For me personally, my favorite place to eat is in the aft of the ship and outdoors. I'm always gonna take my food and head right out to the patio. Now, one of the great things about Seabourn is all of the things that are included in your fare, not just top shelf liquor, different styles of alcohol, amazing food, but you also have gelato. In fact, I love gelato so much, I've even convinced them to let me take it with me to the room. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Now, as we continue aft from the colonnade, you're gonna have the outdoor area of the patio, and then you're gonna have the main pool deck. I love that it's right here in the aft of the ship. You have that incredible aft-facing infinity pool here. As you step in, you can sit on the edge, put your toes in the water to cool off, or of course you can head all the way to the back and get those incredible views. Another great touch is they also have hot tubs on either side. This supplements the rest of the hot tubs on the ship. It's a great place to be wherever in the world that you are. Now keep in mind, because this is a main pool deck, they'll set all of this up with the different loungers. You got the showers here just behind me as well, and then you're gonna have the full bar tucked in the corner. The patio bar is gonna service indoors and outdoors, all of this area. So if you're in one of the warmer destinations in the world, you can take advantage of sitting out here, soaking up the sun. And of course, if you're in one of the colder destinations, you can utilize the heaters underneath the awning there, and you can really enjoy all the views. Now, this really is a dynamic space. They'll set this up and do parties here in the evening. You can also utilize it for different events as well. Now we're at the very front of the ship in the bow lounge. Now this is one of those spots that people don't always find. It's a really nice lounge seating area, and you're gonna take advantage of the exact same views as the captain. In fact, the way they've set it up is to be very similar to the bridge. So you have all these displays along the front. You can see the weather, you can see the directions. Really, you can see most of the things that the captain can see as well. And this is where you're gonna often find the expedition team. They're gonna be in here answering your questions. And one of the great things is you've got doors on either side that'll take you right out to that large forward deck. So as you're going in and out of incredible areas, or maybe you have a little bit of inclement weather, from here you can step outside, take your pictures, come back in. Hate to break it to you, but it can get a little bit chilly in Antarctica. It can also get a little bit chilly in the Arctic as well. So you've got seating areas all the way along. And then as we head around the corner, you're also gonna have a really nice coffee nook. So it's a comfortable place where you're always gonna have some food and some drink. And of course, incredible education. They have the charts up over there as well, so you can see the areas you're going. But it's all about those views, and they wrap all the way around for 270 degrees. So now we're out on the extra large forward bow deck. What you're gonna find is you've got recliners out here. Of course, when it's a beautiful sunny day, it's a great place to get some sun. You've got the bow lounge right behind me. You can see all the windows here. But what this is really about is when you're exploring those incredible destinations that this ship will visit, you're gonna have these amazing views. Whether it's to step out and take a picture, maybe they have the telescope out here doing some astronomy, or of course, as they're going into Antarctica, the expedition team is gonna be out here directing you all along the way. But I really know why you're gonna use this space more than anything else, because every couple needs to come on out, do your own Jack and Rose moment. And one of the things that's exceptional that you don't always find is you're actually all the way forward of the ship. You've got the bulbous bow right below you there, but you're looking down at the ocean and capturing those incredible views. And you never know, you might find a spouse. Arguably one of the most beautiful spots here on board or on any cruise ship is the Expedition Lounge. Now this is a classic lounge concept. You've got the full bar, amazing bartenders. I love that they also have the espresso maker here as well, so you can have a delicious coffee. Now there's lots of wonderful lounge style seating. You've got the two fireplaces on either end that really operate as an anchor. And when you're sitting in here, you really do feel like you're at home. Or maybe you're in a high-end lodge in an exotic place. I think it really does fit all of that. Now you've got televisions all around here. You're also gonna find, as I mentioned, the full bar service, but they have this high top table here where you can do different styles of tastings. You see they have the Macallan cart here. Just go ahead and take that home with me along with all the Macallan pretty soon. Absolutely delicious. And of course you have lots of wonderful inclusions. Now for me, this is a beautiful space, but it works in symbiosis with the Discovery Center right next door. So the Discovery Center is a lounge style space where you're gonna really get to dig into Discovery each and every single night. We'll take you in there in just a moment. So speaking of bars, Harry knows how to make a martini. He knows how to make a Tanqueray 10 martini, and we become very, very close friends. And when I say very close friends, I just walk up and it's what seems to happen. Oh yes. Yep. And of course, just like James Bond, shaken, not stirred. I know he's bringing the garnish, but I can't wait. Yeah, that's a martini. Even better. Now, opposite the bar in the Expedition Lounge, you're gonna find the shop. Now in here, you've got all kinds of different Seabourn logo wear. Of course, you want to head home with your Seabourn Pursuit logo wear. They also have a large selection from Helly Hansen, some wonderful high-end options. They even have some jewelry in here as well, where you can take advantage of the duty-free prices. Now we're inside the Discovery Center. This is a space that you're going to access every single day. So much about Expedition is the educational component, where you're going to learn about where you're going, the different options that are added there, because keep in mind with Expedition, it's a little bit different than a traditional cruise. You may not have shore excursions done quite the same way, and it can change day by day. They may be able to add in a second stop that they hadn't anticipated, or maybe they see wildlife and they're moving in that direction. Now, one other incredible feature of this ship is the high definition cameras that they have outside the ship. So if you're in the Arctic and they're checking out polar bears, they can actually zoom all the way in. They'll project it in here. They'll also project it into the staterooms. That just happened on a vessel a few days ago, and they were telling us all about it. What a really incredible way to make sure that you truly see the wildlife that's out there. Now, every single day, you're gonna gather in this space in the evening. So you can see it's set up sort of like a show lounge would be on a traditional cruise ship. It's tiered seating, so you can always have a good view, and you're always looking at the front where they have the large LED screen. So they're gonna be teaching you about where they're going the next day, learning new and insightful bits of culture, different styles of things, maybe learning about food, learning about the different animals. All of that's gonna be done here each and every single day. And one of the things I love about this is it actually flows right out into the Expedition Lounge. We'll be there in just a second. You've got a great bar, drink service. You can imagine coming here in the early evening, learning about the next day's activities, heading there for a drink, and then continuing on to the restaurant for an incredible meal. This is a beautiful space. It's also a very good use of space, and there's seats for every single person, so you're never going to miss out on those incredible talks. Now, the aesthetic is so important to the way this ship was designed, and one of the things that they didn't sacrifice on was opening up spaces. It really does go a long way for enjoyment. I love the atrium. It goes all the way to the top. You've got the glass at the very top there. It lets all that natural light in here. The only problem is, well, if you're related to Superman, you got to watch out for the kryptonite. Oh, my bad. Now, what you'll find in the evening is after an amazing lecture where you're gonna learn all about the things that you're gonna do the next day, you're gonna get lots of insightful information, and then you head over to the bar there in the Expedition Lounge. You can hang out with Harry, make a delicious martini, and then whatever's left over, take it on to the restaurant. Now, if you know Seabourn, you know the food is absolutely incredible. They work with some of the best chefs in the entire world. Once again, they have that partnership with Thomas Keller, where you're gonna find inspirations from Michelin star restaurants around the world right here in the restaurant. Now, the restaurant is a breakfast, lunch, and dinner venue. You're gonna find there's plenty of seats for absolutely everyone. You're not gonna have to wait ever. You've got windows on both sides, so you can take advantage of those beautiful views. And then as I continue to head back, you're gonna find that it wraps all the way around. So it's a really nice large space. They do have some tables for two if you're looking for a little more intimate style seating. Of course, they have tables for 4. They have larger tables that hold up to 10 to 12. So much of that Seabourn experience is a wonderful social experience where you meet new people. And of course, what better way to make new friends than breaking bread? Now, what goes great with bread? Well, actually it goes great with everything, is wine. So after I finish this cocktail here, I'm gonna switch over to some of the most incredible wines in the industry. Now, they do have a wide selection that are complimentary. They do have some wonderful over-the-top options that you can upgrade to as well. But if you're a vinophile, you are gonna love your time on the Seabourn Pursuit. Of course, they'll match and partner up all the delicious wines with courses for you. You can work with a sommelier on that. And then once you're out the cruise, you're gonna have the over-the-top exquisite chef's meal. You're also gonna have a captain's welcome gala in here as well. So lots of delicious ways to eat. And of course, breakfast, lunch, and dinner each and every single day. This complements the colonnade. So if you want a casual seated option, you can head there. But if you want that a la carte, fine dining option, you have that as well. To me, that's what luxury is, getting exactly what you want, when you want, and where you want. Now, one of the reasons our guests love to go on expeditions is you actually get to set foot on the area that you're exploring. A lot of cruise lines go to Antarctica that don't actually stop, believe it or not. And this is that spot where it brings it all together. This is the landing zone. From here, you're gonna be able to head out, whether it's Antarctica, the Arctic, or anywhere in between. You'll see that you have lockers here. So there's one for each and every single suite here on board. And you can see a little bit of the gear that they provide. You've got the kayaks right here. You've got some dry bags, of course, the shoes there. And then you'll also find the dry suits. Keep in mind, you're gonna definitely wanna come prepared, but they're gonna take care of all that expedition gear for you. Now, it is important that you're going to need to be able to step on and off of a Zodiac. You're also going to need to be able to go up 1 or 2 flights of stairs. So over there, you actually have a stairwell that's going to go down. That's where the Zodiacs will load. And then right here, as you were to come back up, this is where you can defoul yourself, basically hose off any of the dirt or particles that you may have, and then you'll head on in, you'll change, and then you can head all the way back up to your room, and of course, you'll drop your gear in your room drying closet. Now, you're going to have landing zones on either side of the ship. You'll have the same locker configuration as well. I did want to point out one of the large watertight doors, so that's going to open up. You'll head out there to board the Zodiacs. And then I just wanted to point out this stairway. This is what I'd mentioned. You do need to be able to walk up and down this stairway and head on and off a Zodiac landing craft. Now, of course, this ship does some longer cruises. They have laundry services here on board, but if you want to do your own, they do have 4 washers and dryers that you can take advantage of. They also do have pressing and steam options, so you can iron, take care of what you want, or of course you can send those out and enjoy. Now at Harr Travel, we put together a lot of groups. We coordinate all the different aspects of it from start to finish. This is one of those wonderful spaces. It's the meeting space here on board. If you do want to put together maybe an executive retreat or a small group, this is the perfect spot for that. Now, if you have a larger group, we do things such as chartering the full ship or part of the ship, and you can utilize all the different venues. But in here, you see the large board table right in the middle. You have different games that you can borrow and utilize. And then when it's not being in use, of course, guests can come in here, utilize the games as well. But all that high-end AV setup, what better place to have an executive retreat than Antarctica? Now, I'm sure you can see by now why we believe this is one of the most incredible vessels to explore the world with. You're going to have world-class service, which is what Seabourn's really known for. Of course, the incredible culinary scene here on board. But more than that, you have this incredible purpose-built vessel that's going to take you around the world in ultra luxury. Seabourn has leaned on their decades of experience in the ultra luxury market, all of their time on expedition, to build what I think is one of the best expedition vessels in the world. Now, when you're ready to spend a little bit of time here or book any suite with Seabourn, make sure you reach out to the experts at Harr Travel. We know we can help craft your perfect cruise vacation of a lifetime at an incredible value.